Hey, what's up, casuals? About to give you my recap on UFC 325, Volkanovski versus Lopes 2. Let's get right into it. First fight, we had Sullivan Grabo versus Lawrence Louis. So I picked Sullivan Grabo, and he lost. He was a pretty sizable favorite in this fight, and he lost. Honestly, I wasn't paying attention to the second round very closely. The first round, I thought Sullivan Grabo was piecing him up, took it easily. Third round, Lawrence Louis took it pretty easily. The second round, I really just wasn't paying attention. I saw the scorecards come up, like on the, when they post the tweets and shit. I saw those popping up, and everyone was scoring it for Louis, and I'm like, oh shit, Louis probably gonna win because he's clearly winning the third round. This is when the third round was live. But yeah, Sullivan Grabo, I just felt like he had zero urgency at all to get back up to his feet and do some damage, especially in that third round. So yeah, he kind of just let the fight get away from him. All right, this fight got me hyped up. Nakamura versus Sizzle. This Sebastian guy was piecing this guy up, was up 2-0, and then this Nakamura came out like a dog. He bit down on the mouthpiece, was advancing, going forward, and boom, caught him with a knee. I didn't pick him. I picked this Sebastian guy. Because when I've never heard of any of these road to UFC guys, so I just picked all the favorites. But this Nakamura dude, what a dog. He came out there, he was down 2-0, came out there, freaking got the job done with a crazy knee. And it was like the third time he threw that knee too. So it finally had landed and he got the finish. Good for him. Low key, I saw the performance bonuses. He should have got a performance bonus. But we'll talk about that later. Sang-Woo Kim versus Don Marfan. Pretty clear win for Don Marfan. This Kim was like a zombie in this fight, marching forward, getting pieced up. This does not look like the guy that fought at all. This looks like a different guy. Maybe he grew out his hair or something. I don't know. But yeah, pretty clear win for Don Marfan. I don't think this guy's that good though. He was backing up like the entire time for some reason, and then every time he would walk forward and try to land some shots, he'd have some success. But then he'd just keep backing up for some reason. He wasn't advancing at all, trying to get a finish at all. I'm like, what is going on? He just kept backing up. He won the fight though, pretty clearly. Yeah, not really much to say about that one. Khan Ofli versus Yizha. Borderline robbery. It all comes down to whether you score the second round a 10-8 for Yizha and how you score the third round. Because everyone was saying robbery. I think it was crazy that all three judges gave Khan Ofli the third round. He very clearly won the first round, and Yizha very clearly won the second round. But all three judges gave Ofli the third round. I thought that round was the toss-up round. So for every single one of the judges to give Ofli the third round, I thought was kind of crazy. That's borderline robbery. But scoring the fight for Ofli, if you just look at it and you don't give round 2 a 10-8 and you score the third round for Ofli, that's not a terrible scorecard. I just think it's terrible that every single one of the judges gave the third round to Ofli. And the second round was a borderline 10-8. Would I score it a 10-8 personally? Probably not. So yeah, I mean, I'd have to rewatch that third round, but I'm not mad. I'm not as mad at the decision as a lot of other people are. But yeah, just the fact that every single one of the judges gave the third round to Ofli is kind of crazy. I think Yizha's the better fighter. Excuse me, had to burp. I think Yizha's the better fighter. He was piecing him up in the second round. He was doing some crazy work in that second round. I think Yizha is the better fighter, but Ofli won the fight. Yeah, borderline robbery. I'm not calling it the biggest robbery of all time like some people are, but yeah. Jonathan Mikalev versus Oban Elliott. So I picked Mikalev here because I didn't think Oban Elliott was that good. But in that first round, Mikalev was getting pieced up, dude, badly. I'm like, oh my gosh, he is so slow. He did drop Elliott at one point in the first round, but honestly, I still scored the first round for Elliott. even though Mikalev dropped him because Elliott was piecing him up otherwise. That was the only really bit of success Mikalev had on the feet was he dropped Elliott in the first round. And then, the second round, he got him to the ground and finished him with a rear naked choke. But yeah, this Mikolev is so slow on the feet, dude. He kind of fluked the win here. He was getting pieced up. But yeah, I did pick Mikolev, and I got that pick right. Jacob Malkoun versus Torres Finney. All right, I got to do some research next time, because I picked Torres Finney here. He came out legitimately looking like one of the worst middleweights on planet Earth. This Malkoun was completely piecing him up the entire fight. Yeah, I had never seen Malkoun fight before. Yeah, you know the channel name here. I'm the Casual G. I've never seen Malkoun fight. Sorry, I picked Finney. But yeah, Finney, I mean, the odds were pretty close, so me picking Finney. Would I consider it a bad pick after watching the fight? Yes, but before it kind of made sense. This Malkoun hadn't fought in like 2 years. And I thought Finney would just go to the wrestling and kind of stink it up. But yeah, he wasn't able to get a single takedown. Right? Yeah, he didn't get a single takedown. It looked like just complete shit on the feet, and Malkoun just pieced him up. So yeah, cut Torres Finney. Bad performance, and he stunk it up in his first fight against that Valentin guy. And you made me look like a fool picking you as an underdog, buddy. So get out of here. Cam Rouston versus Cody Brundage. Not really much to say about this. I mean, Cam Rouston, he was eating some shots. Cody Brundage hit him with some good shots, I thought. But yeah, like Rouston just, I don't know, came forward with his pressure and was able to finish Brundage. I mean, Brundage is not very good, so kind of saw this one happening. He was a very sizable favorite, minus 350. Yeah, he got the job done. Junior Tafa versus Billy Elikena. All right. I picked Billy Elikena. It had me sweating a little bit in that first round. Tafa was kind of piecing him up. He knocked him down. But Elikena recovered well. He was still getting pieced up the entire first round. But once he got to the grappling, he's able to get Tafa down and finish him with a rear naked choke. So yeah, honestly, Billy Elikena, what was Billy Elikena's last fight? I just picked against Tafa because I knew Tafa was trash. Yeah, he beat Ibo Aslan and this Christian guy, so I'm like, oh, he'll be good enough to beat Junior Tafa. I just picked Elikena because I'm like, the Tafa brothers are not good at all, so I'm just going to always pick against them. But Tafa was looking okay in that first round, low-key, but then got finished in the second round. So, yeah, I guess the strategy of just picking against the Tafa brothers, it's a pretty good strategy. It's a pretty good strat. Had me shaken, a little nervous in that first round, especially because this was the first leg on my parlay for Billy Elikena to win. But yeah, he got the job done. Tafa brothers, zero grappling. They're not very good. So yeah, on to the main card. Quinlan Salkild versus Jamie Mullarkey. This Salkild, let me tell you, this guy is something special. Give him a fight in the top 15 next. This guy is going to be top 10, I think, by the end of the year. He's very, very good. He's good on the feet. We saw his KO against Nazareth Hackbrass, but he's a submission threat too. He finished Mullarkey with a rear naked choke. Crazy good performance by Salkild, but we kind of knew that was going to happen. I mean, he was the biggest favorite on the card, minus 1,200. So yeah, hopefully they don't cut Mullarkey after this. Didn't Mullarkey take this fight on short notice? I'm pretty sure he did. So hopefully he doesn't get cut after this. I mean, he took the fight on short notice, I think. But yeah, this was kind of just a layup for Salkild. Yeah, first round finish. And performance of the night, which I do agree with. It was a good performance, but it was kind of a layup. Oh my gosh. Okay, Tuivasa versus Teixeira, dude. This was a fight between two ranked fighters in a division in the UFC. This is heavyweight MMA, ladies and gentlemen. Really just gentlemen. There ain't no ladies watching this, but shit. But yeah, this was heavyweight MMA. They are both complete. They are both terrible. This Teixeira dude, I picked him. He had me kind of nervous at a few points because Tuivasa was hitting him with some good stuff, and Tuivasa very clearly won the last round. But kept going to the clinch. He'd get Teixeira hurt in the third round and then go to clinch because he was so fucking out of shape and tired. Just terrible cardio. He'd go to the clinch because he was so tired, even when he'd get Teixeira hurt. So Teixeira got away. Like Teixeira was borderline gonna get finished in that third round, but Tuivasa was just so tired that he kept clinching. So Teixeira got lucky, but they both were just completely gassed out. Like this Teixeira dude, I don't see him beating like anybody else in the top 15. He's not good. He's just not. But like anybody who picked Tuivasa in 2026, like come on, bro. Like I know this Teixeira. The merit for picking Tuivasa was the argument that okay, Teixeira's not that good. He's like 1-1 in the UFC. He hasn't fought anyone that crazy or beaten anybody that good. But still, you're picking Tai Tuivasa to win a fight in 2026. It's not a very calculated decision there. So yeah, I think this Teixeira dude is trash. I think he's ass, but still good enough to beat Tai Tuivasa. But yeah, if they give him a step up in competition in his next fight, he's gonna get destroyed, I think. Yeah, there's more heavyweight prospects I think outside the rankings that would beat this Teixeira guy. Just a very low level fight. I think it was entertaining though, very entertaining, but not a good look for heavyweight MMA. All right, Fiziev versus Rufi. I picked Rufi. When the fight started, it was a pick'em. The odds were at a pick'em, even though Fiziev, I'm pretty sure when I picked him initially, he was an underdog. But when the fight started, it was a pick'em. The odds right here have him a plus 100. What the hell? Okay, maybe I'll have to change that then, because the odds on the UFC site have him as an underdog. But I swear when the fight started, it was a pick'em. But we'll go off the UFC site odds, honestly. So it's a me getting an underdog pick wrong instead of a pick'em. But anyways, I thought Fiziev was doing. I thought they were both doing good work. I thought Fiziev won the first round. But yeah, Fiziev is not the type of guy that's got one shot KO power. I mean, who's the last guy he like dropped badly and then finished? Was it Moicano in like what was that, like 2020 or 2021? So it's been a while. Like Fiziev's not that one shot KO power kind of guy, whereas Rufi is. You know, Rufi was looking for the shot, landed a crazy good right cross. Had Fiziev stumbled on the feet, didn't knock him down, but he was on shaky legs. And then Rufi just, followed up with some more shots, was able to get Fiziev to the ground and then finished him. Good performance from Rufi. I thought Fiziev was going to fraud check him big time. Fraud check him more than Benoit Saint-Denis did. But yeah, Fiziev really didn't go to the grappling either. Like I thought Fiziev would try to shoot more takedowns. He did shoot one in the first round. Excuse me, had to burp again. But yeah, I thought Fiziev would go to the grappling more, especially since Rufi in his last fight, we saw he got destroyed on the ground by Benoit Saint-Denis. So you'd think he'd try to go to the grappling a little bit more, but no, he wanted to stand and bang with Rufi. And yeah, he got caught and got finished. So yeah, Rufi's he's not a fraud. He's good on the feet, but yeah, on the ground against decent grapplers, he might just get demolished again, but we'll have to see. All right, Dan Hooker versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Dan Hooker was putting in some good work in that first round. Let me tell you, I thought Saint-Denis still won the first round, but Hooker was landing some great shots to the body, and you could see Saint-Denis was feeling them. Like he was kind of shelling up, like it hurt him. So Hooker was doing good work in that first round, and it had me kind of nervous because this was the last leg on my parlay for BSD to win, and he won, so parlay hit. But yeah, Hooker was doing good work in that first round. Saint-Denis was still able to get him down, and yeah, and that second round was like, oh my gosh, complete domination. He took him down and was landing crazy elbows, and dude, I thought there was a late stoppage. Yeah, Hooker was like firing a little pitter-patter punch back, like for every like 5 or 6 elbows that Saint-Denis was landing. Hooker was landing a little fucking like back of the fist shot, like that wasn't doing anything, just to show he was defending a little bit. But still, I thought this fight was stopped pretty late. Hooker took a beating here, dude. But Saint-Denis, dude, on the feet, Saint-Denis is just, I don't know. I don't think his striking is that good. Like I think against an elite striker, he's gonna get sparked out cold, like he did against Dustin Poirier. But like if he were to fight a Topuria, like a Holloway, he's gonna get he's gonna get hurt if he fights a Topuria or a Holloway, like one of them type guys. Or I think Arman would beat him. I think Charles would beat. He'd maybe have a chance against Charles. We've seen Charles get taken down and get dominated on the ground before by Islam, so he could have a chance against Charles on the ground, maybe. But I don't know. I think Saint-Denis loses to a lot the high level comp in this division. But yeah, good performance by Santini. Last fight, Volk versus Lopes. I said it in my last fight, and I'll say it again. Lopes, I didn't see anything in that Silva fight that would indicate to me that he had improved enough to beat Volk this time around. You know, we saw this fight last April, 9 months ago. It was pretty much the exact same fight, except Lopes, I thought, did worse this time around. I scored it 50-45 for Volk. People were like, oh, 50-45, that's such a crazy scorecard. How? Like, yeah, Lopes was getting some good work in and had some moments. But if you look at each individual round, they all go to Volk, in my opinion. You can maybe score the second round for Volk or for Lopes, or was it the third? I don't remember. I know two scorecards had it 49-46. I thought it was a 50-45 though. But yeah, like after watching this, it's so clear that the UFC just set this up because they wanted Lopes to knock out Volkanovski. Like Lopes hadn't improved enough to get a rematch here and actually win against Volk. I didn't think he did enough to earn a rematch and didn't improve enough to actually be able to beat Volk here. So the UFC just set this up because they wanted Lopes to knock out Volk and Lopes to be the champ. If you listen to the commentary, they were low-key glazing Lopes the entire time. So yeah, this fight was just an indicator of like, this fight just told me that this should have really never been set up. I'm much more looking forward to watching Volk defend against Evloev or Lerone Murphy. So yeah, Volk gets it done. He 100%. It's not even an argument anymore. Is the featherweight GOAT. If you hear any nerds saying, "Oh, Jose Aldo," actually, no, Jose Aldo, no. Don't even talk about Jose Aldo being the featherweight GOAT anymore. Volkanovski's the featherweight GOAT. And I'm looking forward to his next fight. I really wasn't looking forward to this one. And this fight got fight of the night, dude. I didn't think it was that great of a fight. I thought it was just an okay fight, but it got fight of the night. Here's what I think. I think this should not have gotten fight of the night, and they should have given 2 more performance of the night bonuses instead. Like Benoit Saint-Denis could have gotten a performance bonus, and I thought that Nakamura guy could have gotten a performance bonus, or just anybody else. I guess they got a finish, but they do the finish bonus now, I guess. But yeah, so that's my thoughts. And if we go to the spreadsheet here, I went 8-3 in favorites. The 3 that I got wrong were all the like road to contender series fights. Yeah, there was this first fight I got wrong. The Nakamura-Sisley fight I got wrong, and then this Ofli is which was a borderline robbery. I got that one wrong. And then the underdog fight that I got wrong was me picking Torres Finney, and then the pick'em fight that I got wrong, which honestly I should probably change to underdogs because it says he's an underdog here. But yeah, Fiziev Rufi, but Fiziev was doing decent in that first round, so I don't consider that a bad pick. But I got every other fight right. So yeah, 8-5 on the card overall. Not terrible, not as good as last week, but I'll take it. And I mean, 2 of the picks I had never seen either of the guys fight, and one of the picks was the we'll talk about why I got him wrong. All right, excuse maker over here. Khan Ofli is a borderline robbery, so that doesn't even count. And then the Malkoun Finney fight, I'd never even seen Malkoun fight. So yeah, really the only fight that I got wrong was Fiziev Rufi because I had didn't know enough about all the other guys. But yeah, so those are my picks. There's my my record there. So yeah, till next week.